So let's start again. So do you have any questions? Somehow, about what we did? No? So I think all of you have this example, but not with the edit. But at least you have the basic example. So you will try as an exercise now to do what I did now with the edit. So
I have received.
okay. So you will do that. So it doesn't matter. Either you do it with Create React App or you do it with Code Sandbox, because you can use Code Sandbox to create up to you. Because if you have a Code Sandbox, you can also you can. I'm not sure exactly where I can download it. Yeah, where is download? I think because I'm not logged in.
Download it to where?
You can download it locally. Yeah, because this project that we are working on is just a Create React App, but online.
Yes.
So you can also do it here and download it after, or you can do it with Create React App offline, wherever you like. But the idea is just to do the same thing that I did. Just add a button, you click it, you flip as we did, and yeah, this stuff.
We should do it now
Yeah,
on Code Sandbox.
as you like. You do it on Code Sandbox, you do it offline.
I'm working on it as it's my homework. Can I just continue doing it?
Yeah, but the idea is to to have to do the same thing that I did. You want to
Literally the same thing?
what?
Literally the same thing?
No, add the button edit. That will. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You don't need to code it the same way.
Yeah.
But at least the way I did it, maybe it's clearer or something.
Yeah.
But, because if you do it the same way I did, you would encounter passing props and stuff, and that's really good for you, which is the purpose, to actually make you understand more props and stuff. So, as I said, you have the to-do basic example, online, offline, in a computer, in a phone, it doesn't matter. You just add the edit button and you do what I did. Make sense? If you have any questions, say it.
That's the surprise I talked about.
Hello. Good to see you.
This is Adele. No, she doesn't know you. No, this Adele, the one we're talking about.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
We're talking about
Spending the show. That's just spending the show. Sorry.
We've missed you. See, you are making a show. Okay, sit down. We have to do the edit. We are yet to create an edit button. Click it and make sure that you can edit.
I'm going to see another part.
So now margin of the.
It's everything.
How did you add that content script? How did you add that content script? Your add homework to full samples.
Oh no, because I remember the URL trick slash GitHub slash.
Yeah.
So I take the current URL of the window and I say window.content, the current URL,
Yeah.
you send me the link.
But how did you add that script?
Just
Oh, in Chrome you can store scripts. In sources you can use it. Snippets.
Yeah, I tried, but then as long as I get to another window, it's not.
Mine is not available.
Hey, I thought it was like you magically make it global.
But you can do that.
I tried also with Metalway. On the current tab is working on the other one, and I tried also like add as a extension.
Okay, I never tried that.
I saw you did that. It was cool.
No.
Try that. It's not.
Is it your output or is it your calendar? Must list,
So they're supposed to do it in code samples.
Is
Or?
it this
As
one?
they like. We want to
This one's output?
Yes.
Once you download from the code samples,
Yeah.
you will also have like everything like the remote packages and stuff.
Yeah, you guys like it big, right?
Oh.
Because it's good with the template. This is the concept of templates.
You didn't install Prettier, right?
what?
You didn't install.
Yeah,
Prettier.
I did, but this is how it goes now. That's it.
That's not
Yeah.
possible.
I just
That's not possible.
You want GSX or JavaScript?
GSX. Let's see. This format is like, the first time I saw this kind of format and I cannot.
You're all familiar with what was the homework, it's clear.
How
Yeah, it just
to
to add the edit, the flip and stuff. Just focus on that piece.
Only edit that you are going to.
Yeah, you add the button, edit, it will flip and it will save the edit feature. Not delete or anything.
Delete.
Not delete or anything, just the edit feature that we built with you. You know what we mean, what I built with you? The edit.
Prettier.
Yeah, edit.
Edit, it will flip the input. Instead of text, it will be input. You type on it and you type edit again to save it.
Okay, as a package, you mean?
I don't. I need to search how to add. No, Prettier.
Just, can we just try?
I don't know. I never used. I don't in my life. Okay.
Just type it,
Yeah.
No, it's not here.
No, it's not prettier that I download.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I download Beautify.
No, use Prettier.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
on
even know
Beautify.
what-
This is the one I download. That's on Beautify.
It seems wrong.
Yeah, we should do it.
It's wrong.
I didn't find anything else.
It's actually beautiful.
You should take
Prettier.
Prettier.
There's beautiful.
I never heard about it.
There,
But if they are formatting, the thing is, if I don't care which format you're using, but if they are formatting your code like this, what is that? What is that? If they format your code like this, it's not good.
yeah, I know.
It's completely bullshit. Because you cannot read. It's
Yeah, I
like
know.
where is my one tag? You have to find opening and close. Find one thing.
I know, but this is the beautify that I found. The beauty of
Pretty.
packages, yeah, there's
Mhm.
a whole bunch of different packages of Prettier, and it's like local, like local stuff, like someone who made it. It's not.
Wait, let me see.
We have in this thing, in I think it was in
Yeah, this one. Okay, can you run this script?
because we have just cheapers.
Yeah. And I can just as well search for it. It says that's one.
And this, we just give it. And next week,
Okay, first one. First one.
this is
Okay, you go back to the browser.
As I told you, I found so many Prettier Atom packages, which is like different people who made it. It's
Yeah,
not,
usually you
it's not,
just get the most downloads.
yeah.
That's the easiest metric.
Yeah. But Beautify, it was like the only one.
But then the code is not right.
Yeah, I know, but.
But then you cannot leave it like that because your code is going to be seen by other people, and then they were like, "What is that?"
It's
I cannot
Beautify.
understand.
I will create a note. This is Beautify, this is not me.
But the thing is like, no one like people will not like stay here and ask you why is like that. They will just see your code and then skip it. Right?
yeah, I have
Okay, how long does it need to download?
I don't know, but it will take some time.
Okay. After it's done, you can use that one and then save again and see.
Yeah.
You know if you're paying for it?
I feel painful, but it like in order to what I wrote before I beautify it, this is much better. This painful.
You're just saying that I wrote even shittier.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't remember, right?
I don't. Yeah, this is true.
Okay, continue.
I just copied this error.
Okay, let me see. So first of all, this one you should know, right? The key. Didn't we say when it's a list of items and you're mapping them, everyone needs a key for React to locate each item. So that's what it's about. And the second one, so this one you already understand, right? Wait, there's only one error.
Yeah, one
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't understand where it should be that mistake will be. It's showing somewhere.
So you're mapping all these items, and then all of them like in the component tree, they are the same from the component basically. But how does React know which one is which one if they don't have an ID kind of? So then, if you're mapping like this, you need to give each item a key as an ID.
It's like something like this item.id.
And you need to find something unique for them. So what is unique in your item data?
ID.
Yeah, then ID.
Okay.
They do have ID, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you save it. And back to the page. Okay, it's gone.
I should see now.
So you need to remember this when you're mapping the list of items. How does React know which one is which one? They must have used something to locate, and that is the key. And you usually give something unique.
But I see it's triggering, but I can't see the it's changing actually. Why it's happening like
What do you mean by?
this is a checkbox.
Mm-hmm.
And when I click on it,
Mm-hmm.
it's not showing the
Can I see your code? I don't even know what is supposed to happen. Yeah, just go to that item. Okay, so which one is the checkbox? This one checkbox.
yes.
Okay, so your certain item dot completed. So we did say that. So except for the prompt you get from the parent, if there's something changing within this component, how do you store it?
State.
Yes. So you're not tracking. You're not really
Yes.
tracking it.
Yeah.
You only get one time, and that's it. Done.
Okay. I sometimes confuse where to write state.
Question.
Thank you.
I have defined here my phone really together. What I should add is one Xbox will be updated. I want to get the value of this Xbox and console doesn't show me.
I'm not sure what you're doing here. Why the item has an input? Yeah. Why there's an input here?
This is a new Xbox that it will automatically be added near to them.
But you're not automatically adding. You added from the beginning, right?
Imagine that when I press on address, two items will be appear to you, okay? And I want to appear, I want to show also a new text box in front of them. I want, while I write something on this text box, I want to get the information from the text box. This text box.
Get information.
And what has been written inside of the text box, I want to get it.
Okay, I don't understand. Can you
I do.
explain again?
Can I have
Just a second, please.
Okay.
What?
So let me just download it.
Can you make it simple first? Because I see that you have like two lines, two
That's
two
what
in
your thing.
Yeah.
no in one.
Installed in system. Should I say
Say
yes?
yes.
Always yes?
Can you just make one
This is
first?
second
Like
I said yes
just
first.
comment out this one because now it's a lot of noise. I cannot understand. No.
And it says
So where's the parent? Is it here?
So, let me see
Create.
again.
This is for
Just say yes because it's saying that this one requires.
But where's this one?
This is so weird.
Is it in the index? No. This one. Where is it? Where is it? In the code.
Alright, now how to use
Where's the header? Like the whole thing. Okay, that's common now.
What format you have to say format?
Control.
Did you click format?
Yes.
Can you misformat the code?
Okay, so now we
Yeah,
look at
that's just is it just is the second let me just
why there's.
Alright,
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It did format you.
How can it be?
There's no shortcut for it, right?
There is, and even if there is not, you can build your own shortcut because Atom supports custom shortcuts.
Awesome.
Okay, so now we have only
Yeah.
one thing. You want to do something?
I didn't
Add it?
get an idea what can I
I want to
write.
write
I
something
want
here.
to change
For
this
example,
That will.
checkbox tick.
Yeah.
And I need to put state
I can
here so that it changes instead of it's like default or fixed value.
No,
Okay.
but this was never like what we said is about the update. We are not talking about the checkbox or anything here.
Actually, I didn't finish the.
But you can just forget about the checkbox.
Okay.
Just do the update feature.
Okay, I thought I
No,
I-
no, no.
I want to get information.
No, no.
It's the best way I can know what I'm missing.
Yeah, but just try to do the update so you can be in sync with us and you can get, and after that alone you can do it home.
Okay.
And the checkbox is related to the item. There is a completed or done, so you don't need to put it in state here. It's coming from the list.
Yes.
So the
First of
list
all,
has
This
completed.
is what
Item
we
will
are supposed to
complete.
do.
And when you want to change it, you call the parent to
First of all,
double
like, the
specific.
requirement is like-
You can check the
Like,
homework,
when you
my
add task or
submission,
whatever, you will enter
my old
task.
code.
And
There's
then you
the
have
toggle,
buttons.
and you can
You
see.
don't have this one yet. And then that's
Who's
for example, the task. When you
doing
click it,
that? Who's not?
you will become in the input box.
Imagine that I want to press it here. This text box will get the value of this task. This is the new text box. Okay, while
Oh, it's going here.
edit,
Yeah, I'm trying
to
actually
edit, I want
to
transfer this value
connect it to the parent actually. I'm
But you're
thinking
not
to
But
put
is
on
the
the
update
list or
working?
I'm
Is the
very
update
confused
working?
because
Did
this
it-
is what we are
no,
talking
actually I
about
didn't know. I was thinking
You
of
should-
whether
you
to
should
put
do
it on the
whatever,
list
like, we
or
talk
in the
about.
index. Like
So
with
first thing
the
is like you shouldn't
input.
have a text box here.
You know,
The input
toggle
is-
Because the
The
thing is
toggle,
that
you need
this
to
part,
put it in the
this
item.
task, this
In the
task,
item?
task,
Because
this
you need
string,
one for every
when you
item.
click it,
Yes,
or when you click
So you cannot
edit,
put it in index
this one
because
you
there's
have a
one
text
for all.
box.
of
yes.
Input.
So you put it inside
So
the item.
this is not there yet.
So I put the functionality
So-
inside the item.
Right. So you should like, for example, here when we are doing
The
it,
parent will have a
there are
function
some
just to
changes.
change the
If
text.
It's
But you
edit,
call it,
Then
from the.
the input
Item.
will
From the
appear.
item, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
So
I
all the
did.
logic will be in the item,
So-
In the item.
but
so you shouldn't-
the index will only have a
The
function
way to
That's
think
to
what
about
change
I-
the text.
You need to
Yeah,
change
that's
the
what I
text.
was saying.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
think about how to get the value to here. But instead, you should think about how to hide this one when you click edit, and this will become input. And then we talk about the next step. Okay? Can you try to do this part first?
Can you please
Not
pair
with
on
it.
it? Can every two people like so just like two like first don't really like use one computer but just like discuss ideas. If you have an idea, don't just go as like state equal object. Just say I'm thinking that I can do it by putting like the way we discussed it. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
So she told me, but I want to put it in the list, but I said, but the list is only one. You need to put it in items. So
Yes.
just use first just to discuss ideas. If you have an idea, say, hey, can you discuss this with me? Please do that. Okay. So you are two.
Yeah, but I have.
You are two. You are
I
two.
can hear you.
You are-
I'm speaking and I can
I
answer
feel
some questions.
I'm not still ready for I didn't understand the flow in the while programming.
So,
Can you
I
try
didn't
to-
understand everything.
Mhm.
Practically, I'm
Like,
not like.
don't use the same paper,
If
but just like try to discuss ideas. Like you have an idea
How
of
can I
just say,
take it?
but
I use the state.
you don't need to flip your computer. It's
It's
fine.
like practically how the
and the end
work
item is
Mhm.
I'm not like very
so I have to
comfortable.
make the logic.
Okay.
I'm struggling in writing the program. Okay, this
So I have-
what should I do
Mhm.
next?
Mhm.
What should I toggle? Where should I do this? Where should I
Okay.
set state? That
Okay.
one.
So we talk about like we talk
Yeah,
about
it
a
is.
keyword
So if I say
which is
here,
called data driven.
Yeah.
Remember data driven.
Mm.
Your UI is kind of
Oh,
your
yes. So
UI
you're
is
saying if I
driven
equal-
by a set of data, which is the state.
Yeah.
So for example,
your
your state has like a list of let's say just streets like A B C D E F G,
because
right?
it said here,
And
I
then
like-
whatever
Map
you
terminal
and you're
terminal
rendering this
and
state,
you-
which is a list of alphabets.
item equal
And in the UI you will just
Change it and
render all
return
these A B C D
and
E F G,
return
right?
the item without
And
touching it.
let's say nearby each alphabet A B C D E
Yeah,
F G, you have a
yeah.
small like edit button. When you click this edit button, when you click this edit button,
No,
your
but you
A
need to
B C D F G, which is next to it, will become an input, right? And how you know that? Then it's like a local state because
Keep the button.
somewhere it
Just
needs
keep
to
the button.
record if it's clicked or not, right?
Yes.
Right? So this is also another state which
Which
lives probably inside of your own like row, each row of data,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. So let's say
So now you
this
have
one is
empty
recording
box.
clicked or not clicked, and clicked it becomes input. And then when you say okay, this A I want to change it into
So now create a function
Um,
inside the map that takes the
ABC.
And if
So
the
you
item
change it into
ID
ABC,
equal
but
this
then
ID,
if the state is not like doesn't know,
you can just
because we
not
are
use
rendering
if
everything
else,
through
but
this
you need to
of state, right?
the
So
logic.
if
It's
the
up to
state
you.
doesn't know you
But
changed it,
you need to
you
check.
won't, nothing will
So you
happen,
mark
right?
over it.
So you need to find a
Does
way
this ID
also from
equal
this
to
row
the ID?
to tell back
Return.
this state.
Return
I
the
changed.
item. Because you need
So
to use
this,
another array
yeah,
with
so
the
this
same
state,
ID. Except
which is
the
the
item in
parent,
the middle,
the parent
you change
holding
it
the
and you
state,
return.
right? The parent say, okay, in that case,
Difficult.
I will need some way to kind of like I will give you a function. So you just call that function and tell me what happened, right? So that's for probably can be like change handler or whatever, right? So the parent, which is holding the big list of states, pass that prop to this row, said change handler. So then in change handler takes the value, which is the new value, and the row in the locally you also holding that state because it needs to record I changed. And then before
the hidden
there's no
property.
way for this row to tell back
No,
the
but
parent
you should not do
I
it
changed.
hidden.
Now he has
Instead
a
what you
way,
should do is
so
like
he
flip.
just
If this
call
this
that
and
change
this
handler
this.
and give back this
The
ABC.
way I did it.
And then now the parent
And
knows,
condition.
and parent just change that
If
state,
it's anything, you render this.
that list
It's like
from
terminal.
ABC to
I use
ABC,
terminal.
BC, D, E, F, G.
Remember
And then because this state changed, because it's data driven, the whole UI will re-render. So understand?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
don't
I
try to build it
understand.
yourself. You know, like this is like the homework
Here
again.
I'm struggling with
This is the idea.
like what
It's like you say, if
practically
anything,
we
return
get
this.
some problems.
Mhm.
How
Otherwise,
what to
return
use,
another thing.
how to use this, something like that.
Okay,
I'm trying to do from last 2 days and
okay,
starting from the beginning again.
okay. So can you tell me which part you think is vague? So you do
Yes,
do you still remember what is difference between props and states?
Yes.
Mhm.
Props you take from parent
Mm-hmm.
and state is like focusing on the one particular value that changes. So if that changes, the state will like
No, then I'm not.
notice some value.
Mm.
And it changes, then we put the set state, it changes.
I have another interpretation for you. So props is something you don't store. You
Yeah.
just take it,
Take
like
it.
whatever comes in, you take it. But state is something you store.
Mm.
You actually store in your own scope. And then why you store it? Because it's changing. So you need to kind of like like look at it, watch it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So and props you like I said it doesn't you just take from somewhere.
Yes.
You don't store it yourself. And here you can you describe this problem you're solving for now? What are you building?
I need to do the edit item example.
No, I have to
Edit
because I'm getting the idea.
Mhm.
And I started doing that, and I have written the code on click and just calling some function edit item. And now I'm confused where to write this edit item thing. I have to write
Because
in
you have
this.
one.
But how can I connect them?
Can you go?
with
Can you show
the-
me where is the
Yes.
where you see?
Well, whose parent? Which one is
It's
parent
This
of
is
this
an
one?
So you
item,
have only one.
Yeah.
This is why I
This is
put
the
it in the
list.
item.
Okay.
and this is the
It's the
header
list,
where
okay.
you input
Mhm.
and
Why you didn't put it in
index
the
is the
item? Or you
parent,
wanted to
main
do
app.
Okay. So where does this item get those from?
I'm having like I have
Edit
I have-
and delete. Where does he get this from?
Because you remember the way I did it? I did it with putting it inside.
This function
Mhm.
from index.
But I don't see anything in that you're.
Okay.
I don't see it. It's in your.
Yeah, but I didn't write yet.
Okay.
I didn't try
It's
to
the item. We don't care
paste
about
it
it.
Yeah.
here.
It's in
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
Mhm.
Edit function.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I'm having the state
Edit.
where it is. Yeah. So when if I'm going to the runner, if the
What is that?
when it is true,
Yeah.
just give it
It's local.
If it is like
Oh.
false,
Yeah,
If it's really limited, you should.
Yeah, but I just
Ah,
probably
yeah.
Yeah, if you are like,
You're saying this what value is controlled?
Yeah, I want to try this.
First of all, can you tell me what is this edit item
Yeah,
doing?
this
No,
I was
this
doing.
edit item replaces the content index
I know.
with
So just let me
input.
Not entirely. It shouldn't.
Oh,
Edit item. What edit item should do is just changing the state.
PH2.
Because, like we said, state driven drives
This is
the
the
UI change, not anything else.
Yes.
So edit items function. I mean, the purpose of it should be like changing some state,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yes,
so
yes.
so the UI can change.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, where's the state? Which one is the state?
I don't know if
Items.
it's changed right now.
You have to change the items and first to save it. So
Because I think
you need to
think. So we just said, okay. Can you repeat what I said? What is this edit item for? What is it doing?
it saves the value of edited and change the state.
Actually, you said yourself that in that case this edit item is doing two things. But in my eyes, you shouldn't do two things. You should just do one thing, right?
I just
Which is change the state. That relates to that drives the UI to change somehow. And here the UI change would be the text becomes an index, input,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So in that case,
Yeah, the constant
this state, where do we store it?
at least.
you say this.
Yeah,
The value, you mean value, what we did.
The value change the to do change into the input.
Yeah.
So let's say it's is
Yeah,
edit or it's in edit.
Change, not the value.
It's
yeah,
fine.
I know.
So let's say
I don't
it's
know why.
it's a flag called it's in edit.
Because
It's in edit mode, okay, right?
the value
Yeah.
and function
But
written.
where should this state and to be? Where should it stay?
What do you want to?
Why did it say?
Where do you want to put the state? Who is in charge of this state? Should it be so high level? Does the whole page need to know somewhere, like does the whole page, which is the mother, need to know somewhere someone is somewhere there's a state change and then the string changing to input,
No.
right? So who should know that?
List or item.
Yes, because the item includes
Yeah.
the text and then it wants to change, right? So you need to put a local state here.
Okay.
You try to do that first.
Here. The name of the function was edited. Can you translate anything?
What can I explore?
What can you find here? What is it doing?
It's changing the
Yeah, no, it's the same. That one was just a
text
copy.
change.
I got an error.
So maybe it's in edit mode
So
to be explicit.
Okay.
So is the edit value? Yeah. So if it's true,
Should I put
if it's
true or
true,
false
then
or just
what's
empty?
made it?
So now, like initially, should it be true or false?
False.
Yes. And he also said, don't just put a random thing there. It doesn't tell what the state is doing, right? So here you said false is actually right because it shouldn't be initially in edit mode. Okay. Okay. So next thing, in that case, we have a state to store
Yeah.
this mode changing, right? And in that case, the button function, should it come from somewhere else?
Yeah, in the parent, from the parent.
Should it? The parent doesn't even know if
Yeah.
there is an edit mode, right?
Yes.
So shouldn't that be a like local function, local method to changing it?
Okay, to change the mode into
Yeah.
true or false.
So basically a toggle unit, right?
Yes,
Toggle
yes.
unit, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, since the parent doesn't need to know it, it doesn't even have a way to know it. So it shouldn't come from outside.
Yeah.
It should just be inside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Toggle edit.
menu and
So,
Here you're still not like, you're still like, I said you should like
I
remove this one.
understand, but I understand what you mean, but I must,
So I don't just
I want to,
It was fine.
I have some questions to
It
this.
was
Your
I think you
No.
have to
for applicants, you do what you want, but
It's not what I want. The thing is like, the direction, I don't even see where you want to head.
so this is
So-
Oh, yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
get information, but
Sorry, because
Oh,
of
I
the-
see.
So do one change at a time. Don't change a lot.
Okay, this text,
Yeah.
so
the way
first
you
of
should
all,
do
like,
it, you
so
should
first of all,
probably
like, if
submit. It's a
if
form
the
submit
UI
now.
is changing, who is
It's a form
holding that
submit.
fact?
What?
It's a form submit.
No, it's
It's a form.
Who knows it's
It's a
changing?
The
form.
button is a form submit.
Yeah, it's you.
The button.
who knows these changes?
Yeah.
Add button.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
This one is a form submit.
You are changing something, but no one, if no one knows
So
about it,
it-
so you cannot retrieve it from thin air, right?
Also, this is my
So
question.
this one.
Yeah,
So
so
from the top,
in that
where's
case,
the?
can you answer me what is state for?
What is
What is state for?
date for,
State,
state,
So you need the
what is state?
This is the form
State is
submit
for
event, not the click event.
definition of the,
So you say
some
create,
properties
so
that will change your,
prevent default.
you can change the property to,
This will prevent
get
anything.
information or
Ah,
change
yeah.
default
situation.
Mhm.
to do that.
So you said
because
yourself.
the default behavior of
And then,
form is
and then I don't
So
see anywhere that
prevent your.
you're like actually
Don't.
recording that change. You're
It's like also
changing
when you
the
say on click on.
but
you can say
it's not
prevent.
attached to anywhere. So shouldn't you try to attach it somewhere, to store it in somewhere, so you can retrieve it?
I must define here property.
So you are preventing the default.
Yeah, you can
Because the
do
default
it,
is
right?
submit. No, the default we are
Yes,
the NIM and the default.
You are
behavior.
right.
Yeah.
And when you like just hit delete.
So why does it have this
I will
default?
show you.
Because in normal
Okay,
pages.
I know,
so in the
I did
input,
the switch, but I'm
go to the
Yeah,
input,
it will
so
have-
look at
On
function.
Facebook, when you log in,
Yeah.
it will go to the section.
This is the one
Yeah.
that.
Form
This
not-
is the-
I just,
Submit
this is
file.
item.
This whole input.
Inside.
Because you are building
Inside.
interrupted
Yeah.
lines.
Whole thing?
Because
We don't want this.
You are,
so this is
the
the
input.
because this is the
Can
list,
I-
but there's
Yes,
items.
This is
I
the
just
input.
delete the
It's not a separate
Just
item.
input.
And
It's really good that he did.
Where was it?
Okay,
It's
I
good.
want to,
So
Because
where
not
was
really
it?
it's a form.
Like,
Yeah.
So
I
if-
made the.
Then in that case,
so like,
create dynamically.
when you delete, you pass like.
I'm not sure
I-
what
I-
you think
I-
about that,
Ah.
we talked about, I just asked you, what is state, right?
Because
And
here
here,
now it's
the
it
input,
doesn't
you are
know
changing the value.
when you copy the state.
Who is like saving that value?
Items, but you didn't say the.
Where can find it?
That's external accessibility.
No, apparent is your in the app.js.
Edit item.
We are talking about create this
Yeah,
now.
now
It's
we
not,
are
it's
in the
not-
parent.
Okay.
So this is your list item,
Yeah, yeah.
not create list. So
What
and
is
you have an input here. You're writing something, but no one is watching it.
It should be in the parent, but you can't.
You understand?
Yeah.
No one is watching
So,
it.
so you check it as.
And reset.
Oh, you can
The
also.
state
use the
is to
property.
store something that is changing over time, that it affects the UI, and that is
We
exactly
are saying like you
what
say
you're doing here.
browser
You're changing the UI, and this component doesn't even know I'm changing. The input knows, but the component doesn't know. So the parent wouldn't know. So what you need to do isn't it like store this change the value to this component, and then try to communicate to the parent, and then you are able to retrieve
Because
it.
then you need to read it.
what I must do
About
this
the
stuff.
delete item or what are you saying?
And you still doing a lot of find something.
I'm just
The parent wouldn't know you're changing. You don't understand. The parent doesn't know because your value is not put anywhere. So you shouldn't worry about the parent yet.
It's not working.
Make your component functional
She's
first.
supposed to take
Just
the
say-
value.
your component, not this one.
The thing is that
This one.
I think the state should be in the
Yeah, you need to have somewhere to store your input value.
Yeah, I
I don't know what they have.
No, because you put the state in the, like,
Like
when
this.
you
Talking about
add items,
the
you
state.
save that's fine.
State
value.
is the place that you
For the
store the
title,
value
like,
that is
every
changing over
item,
time,
and the items
and
are
also
already there,
affecting the UI.
every
But
order.
We just said about it, right? And that
No, no,
which is
because you
exactly
made it here,
place
like
here,
every
when you
time
change
you
the
create a
UI.
new item, you make it.
So,
and you put it
yeah,
in the state
yeah.
of the
we need to store,
You
we need to
Sure,
store it,
sure, right.
and we also talk about control.
Because here, in adding
Should I
items,
assign
So
you
this?
go
here,
to
let's
add
say
items
This one.
with whatever you want, like
Instead of
title and
assigning
ID
it to
and everything, and but it wasn't.
So we have a state
Because
value
the items
to
are
store
already in the
whatever that is
value.
happening here.
Because parents need to control
What
it.
kind of design to this?
So you
the state should
See?
be.
Yeah,
you just
because I was
basically
thinking, but I
put
still
the
thought like
value
you
is
try
not
this way and then replace it.
Okay, that's.
So
Then
now we
just
have
break it later,
value,
like,
and we have
This is what you should have.
you
But
shouldn't
I
you shouldn't put
started
the
with
props.
how,
how
But-
it is.
but-
Yeah, that
because
was
this could-
tricky.
The on change
This could be,
gives you back
I need to work
like
on it.
events.
Define it a bit.
So if you put this thing here,
Yeah.
you only pass the function, but function will be
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
useful or anything, right?
We say
Can you actually
In that case, shouldn't you be like
the item ID?
trying to like invoke it?
parts.
Yeah, because then we do
Oh.
add item. So you create a new item with this.
Yeah.
It's not how is this one completely? I know.
Completed was before because of COVID. The function is last.
So now your input is control.
Now I need to put.
And then what it's doing is like
Yeah, I know.
it takes
Well,
in
it's basically
like empty strings,
state.
and then it takes in a function that then pass back something.
So right now it's false.
It's pa-
So
your text right.
Okay.
It's passing back the value.
I don't understand.
And now
Oh, we are on the index right now.
where's the-
Somehow.
it's not E anymore. What did we pass back?
Text. No, the packs back is the properties from this component. You
What
must
is
add
that?
This component.
Mhm.
It's passed something.
What's that? I'm asking you. What does it pass back? Look at the code.
This is the targeted value being passed.
Okay.
No.
So you pass back a value, right?
Yeah.
In that case, it's not an even anymore. It's a value. And then we want to know what is the value. You're not doing anything yet. You're just console lock it out, right?
That's
It's got console.
no, it was his code. He posted it.
Why is it so slow?
I think we must disappear.
He posts everything.
You can try.
I really understand when this function is called. It is commented now.
Wait, I'm a little like,
On change.
It's not possible to do.
So zero, taking zero.
Nothing means.
Why zero? What's the point?
So
now we need to debug it.
Because the occupier means or.
Very good
Yeah,
debug. For example, here, what
Yeah.
I usually do is like on change.
You can
I
say
will, I will
this-
have another on change
If this is
or on
false,
change handler.
this for the first time, because this will be false from the first time.
Yes.
Because empty string means false.
Yes.
We take the other value.
Which is true.
Not the other value. We take this.
So in this case, I can just pass this
So
on
what
handler,
I'm saying is like this.
on
Yeah,
change
we have
handler.
What I'm saying is
You
that
change, because here we don't want, we know that it's going to be like an event,
But,
so you don't need to
it is-
invoke it, you just
no.
pass, there's
It
such
is
a,
a-
function, then that's enough.
I would
Okay,
say
let me see, why is like that?
that's
Change,
It
on
is-
change
Because compared to
handler.
value. Okay?
This
And I would
is
say if
trying to say my style is not good enough.
If-
Okay, so now,
this dot say dot edit value. Or if it's not. If not, this did like if it's false,
Mhm.
you can false.
okay, so you see, it's actually doing
Say
something.
edit
But why is it not really passing back?
equal? So if it doesn't exist,
We
It
take
is doing something.
This is doing, but
Item
we
text.
must
Item
take
title.
all
That
of the
means
sentences
that
together.
they're kind
Yeah,
of.
but
Because
this is
no
the
one's
problem.
like, no one's
I have
really
two titles.
storing
I
it.
have the item title, I have the date.
We only,
I have this
we
text
set the
between
states.
No, we
Did
don't
we
want to change
ever
the
change the states?
No,
text.
I'm not.
Title. Don't want to change the date.
Try to figure out yourself first.
Yeah, but I
Let
have
me
to
handle this
sign
one.
both of them.
So what happened?
I'm really confused. If I write this toggling, is this
Yeah, you have to
setting true or
only
false
one
toggle
Mhm,
the button?
Mm-hmm.
We only update the title.
When
of
is
the,
this called actually?
Yeah.
Not
When-
the text,
when we
not the
click
date of the
Edit button,
Mhm.
it goes directly
So we want
calls
to
edit
Like I have
icon, which is in index.
we want to change. We want to change this one. Only this one. not
You
this
shouldn't.
one.
Okay,
So
but-
it is.
Okay.
It's like this. You,
So,
this will
okay.
change this one.
I see that one thing
Yeah,
we did.
but
We did.
okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
understand what you mean.
So if you want to
The
append
edit
this and do this,
Item.
this is
We're
something
not
else.
yet.
This logic is
We're not
something
yet
else.
there yet.
Yes.
This is actually two things, right? First
This
of
is how
all,
we display
is
it.
you're toggling.
So you
the
should keep
input.
these
But
values.
when I-
That's
when I-
one thing.
with the-
And second of
the
all,
moment I
you're
just
passing
add
whatever you change
this
to
to
change the
one
value.
container
Two
into
things.
one.
So we
No,
need to
you should
solve
not
it
do
one
that.
by one.
Yeah.
Because
So
you are-
the first thing
you're
is
doing stuff
the
wrong.
first thing you
Now
want
you're
to
not
do
able
is
to change the title. You're not
Ah.
able to change the date.
the first thing you want to do is you only want to toggle it.
Yeah.
So
The way you display
So
the data
you shouldn't
and the way you
pass
get
this
data
function
is two separate
yet.
things. If you want to display the data
because
like
this function doesn't let
Do it
you
here.
toggle.
render this,
Oh.
Right.
this after it, and so it said.
So here you need to
So you
finish
should move this
this
logic
toggle
to the
logic.
rendering.
Okay.
Render this, so build this in the rendering.
What is this
Yeah.
toggle
But you should not,
needs, like when
assign
I
this to the
click
class
edit
of
button, it has to change the
I have
text
to
in
sign
input.
Yeah, so
Yes.
no need is to append the data like this.
So first of
Because you
all,
want to
and then
change
we
the
also
type.
break down the task. So
You get the idea?
so now
You're
you're
not-
writing
you're
the
not
function
trying
to
change
toggle
this.
this
You're not trying to
input
change this.
into
You're
like
trying to
into
change
input
this.
field or back to the string,
but, yeah.
right?
I'm just
So
confused
it's actually,
because
I
have
mean,
different
at least what Eunice was doing is like it's changing, it's directly changing the
I'm just trying to do
the JSX,
trying to
remember?
pass the edit item to
Is
this.
if it's
and then,
if it's
to
true,
relate it to
Alright,
the-
alright,
then
alright.
render
You get the idea?
input field.
Yeah.
Only want to change
Otherwise,
this.
render the value.
Edit
Yeah.
value or
So
the
that's two things. That's the other two things.
the item of the type. Because we want
But
to change
this
the
function
data type.
only
Not
does
the
one
date,
thing.
not the text data
It
type.
just changes.
So
It
here
just
we're
changes
doing if
the true or false. The true or false.
Okay.
Because this function is supposed to just to deal with the state. So if it's true,
save it to the
it's toggle. What is toggle?
Yeah, so we can.
It changes true to false,
I'm just trying to-
false to true. So if it's true,
It makes two false.
Come
Yeah.
here and-
so here you basically
Okay, equal, and say if it's not there,
Not.
we assign it to item of type.
Yeah, I'm right.
you're right, but then you
This
don't
is
need to have an if.
This is here.
And also,
Uh,
you're this way. Do you think you can change the state?
We change the edit value to be back to the.
No, I need
Yeah,
to
you
set
just deleted
state.
something
Yes.
very important.
Just remember later on, remove this line because
If
it's still
yeah.
changing,
Oh,
but then
yeah,
it's not
it's
setting
really-
states.
So it is, yeah.
So now put the equal and
Yeah.
put item.
Here, what are you doing here? You're directly
I-
changing
I- I-
the
I
state,
will
but you're
just
not
do it as a-
really setting the state.
Or-
So you don't need this
As well,
this
you
line,
can move
right?
after
Just
that.
write
Yeah,
inside the
I will do
system.
that.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
See, actually, I'm getting something sorry.
So how's it
Actually,
going
what I
with
was-
you?
I just did is like,
Okay.
I
But you
was
see, you
trying
can't
to.
see the date or
Yeah, I did
anything.
that error here.
Okay, so now you can do the first
You can
thing.
display the
No,
data
because
think
stuff
about
I
next thing.
made
next to-
Next thing, what you want to do?
Yeah.
I
You
made a
can do that. That's
function
up to you
here.
how you
Yeah.
say it.
About
I made a function here like edit.
changing
No, yeah, I should, yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
And
Next
I-
thing is like you need to change
So I was
this
just
task,
passing
this
it
and
in the list.
K, J, K,
Yeah.
into like
And
if you
this
click
one,
Now
edit,
it's,
you will
in the
change
list,
into this input
getting it.
and take this value.
Right?
So you don't need this one to be
And then
there
I
all the
pass it
time
to the
anymore.
item.
I'm sorry, but the edit button should not be exist
Because I don't, do you need this one?
because
No, it's not
the
this.
list have all the items.
So it's edit item.
You
And
did
then
you know
I
what I
have
mean?
it.
Okay, what-
It should be in the item.
Dot
Every item is
state.
found is edit or not.
Mm-hmm. How
So
to
the list has
write
all items.
states?
Like you're doing the
But I
same
get
thing.
really.
Check your own other
So
file.
you
I
should
believe
move
there
this
will be
right
some
with
somewhere
the-
that you're writing set states.
So I say.
And that
Look at that.
component will have to stay.
Is it same
The
as
idea-
what you are doing? Ah.
That component is.
Because now we don't have an item anymore.
Each are a
Quick
list, so
item.
we need.
But it's just a word.
Yeah, you will
it's
need
not
to
because
create an item.
No, but
from an
But see,
ally.
I'm not getting my control.
Yeah, the whole
I'm
ally.
here.
And pass the props to it, and that component that you create, after that it will have state.
This is this.
Yeah.
This is
If I
This is where you're stuck.
two properties.
So
No,
It takes, for example, something like hidden,
Keyword.
hidden
Which
or
keyword?
rotated. How can I access to the second property?
What do you mean by second property?
No.
For example, it is a state, yeah?
Shabbat.
The value
Here,
has
here this
to
is
be,
key is like mine. So
that was the property that we
I
had
am
to set
very
from the
good.
disk.
What I did is like I
What is
made
that?
a function here.
Return.
I need to
Return.
return here,
What is
but
that?
I pass it
Value.
to the
No,
list,
no, no, no.
and then in the list to the item.
When you take something from the parent, what is that?
I can't really understand.
Yes.
I'm like
And how do you pass the props?
and I did element. So if I so what I did was I here
The
all I
state.
was trying to do is like
The state,
control
state,
lock
state,
before doing
props,
anything else.
props.
I know, but
Make
I
this
want to
state.
change it.
But if I do it
Props, something that cannot be changed, but I want to change it.
Then you are mixing
yeah, I get
a
the
lot of
idea.
ideas
Yeah.
together. You cannot think everything. You need to break down what you're doing. You are thinking about like one big thing, and then I want to do this. So if you want to, so first of all, we talk about like the props you get from parents, and the parents is the one who knows the truth, right? The single source of truth. We everywhere.
Cannot
No,
read
you don't.
property
You don't
ID.
write props. You don't write props.
This
Props you
ID
get from
is
somewhere.
wrong.
You don't have your local
Okay.
props.
Why
That's
just
fundamentally wrong. So parents, let's think about it. Parents as
No, I
as
mean
single source of
Oh,
truth.
sorry.
It knows everything.
So
Unless it's
we
not
can hide
relevant
this
to him. So now, what is this parent holding?
Parent,
Yeah, because you are mapping.
uh,
And you are not returning anything from
Yeah.
List of to-dos.
Map to do
The list of to-dos. So everyone else knows this list of to-dos or part of it from parents, right? And parents is passing down. So for example, the first to-dos text
One thing is
To the
anything
first
not should be a boolean, not a
component,
string.
right?
It should be false.
And then you said, okay, as a child, I want to change these props, but I can't because I only get it from the parents. So
Also
I
true,
will
you should
I will start my own.
I am going to
Yes,
use
I will start my own business, right? I will have my own kind of truth, and I change it. But then I need to tell the parents.
Where you are
Otherwise,
passing
no one
it.
knows I changed it, right? So I have state. I have state
But this is
store
normal,
this
we don't want
this
these
text. And I first of all I get it from the parents. I just render it. I just put it in my
Okay, you want
shop,
to switch this
right?
thing here.
And then later on, when I change it,
You are on
I need to
state.
like, I need to
But
have
you are
something
you are
communicate
not
with
switching it,
parents.
you are making it true
Because
everything.
that is the parents. is
Instead
going
what
to
you should do,
have
you should
a
actually
function
say
that
not
change
is
handle,
editing
for
mode. So you
example.
say not is
The
this dot
parents
state dot
just-
is editing mode.
You need to know it. Like,
So
know it.
this dot state
I
dot is
have
editing
also another
mode.
props.
You say not
which got change
and you
handler.
assign it.
Then I will just put this change the value, change handler, and then the parent got notified, and then the parents can change the whole state, and then everything changes.
Oh.
I am going to
But
define
before the ID we need to toggle the
No.
And after that, I will.
When you toggle it, after that the ID you can get it
It's
from
not
props.
props anymore.
you can-
Very important.
Can you
As a child, you get props. You don't define your
Why
own
are you
props.
not
I
here?
agree. But because of this, I'm going to
Yeah, but it's one item.
define
This is just for one item. It's not for
So
one
I
item.
give it locally.
Yeah.
So
In
why
the-
you
yeah.
not?
So you define the state here.
I think it's already.
Actually, you already have. You have to have these.
Why you are not here?
What
Because
did
there is
you
one
say?
item.
But why is it working then?
Hidden.
Because probably you are using.
Okay, so you mean like you want to change it into the spot, like the
But
input.
my question is, how can I access to this second properties here?
You can register this dot state dot is hidden, right?
If you want to see how it's working, you can do this.
Not from apps, of course, from the pre-create list, because this is the local state. The parent cannot know unless
Oh,
you
sorry.
tell them.
But I input,
I should keep all of them by mapping.
I input this module here, this compound here.
Yeah.
How can I attach, how can I change it?
You can see
Change
now
access state
the
of
The idea
to-do
for
list.
component of the create
You
list.
can see the item.
Why you look at here when you are changing something inside of here?
You shouldn't look at that
There's
one,
an
right?
array called
Because this is your local state.
Why?
You're changing this is true to is hidden true to false, false to
This
true.
is
Whatever you
this
do,
item.
the parent doesn't even know. That's
so-
it.
Yeah, this is the list.
So
So now
you're
you can
changing
say
this locally.
items equal item dot title.
So what you want to do is like,
Item,
so
where's the
you
item?
have this is hidden to
Item dot
hide
title.
the input, right? Yeah. So how does the input know if it's going to render or not? You have a true or false, right? You have a, don't look back at it. We're not talking about the app. We're talking about the create list. You don't just select swap. One is local state. Look at the local. Look at it locally. So the inputs wouldn't know.
Okay.
What we do is like, so we have a true or false. What is true or false doing?
Is going to show
It's
us
200 and every
Yeah,
one
the true or false is like
title.
basically like that's like on and off, right? So in that case,
If you don't understand why this.
the first step input is hidden is true.
so if you just directly say this dot state
Let's
dot
cancel
is
this.
hidden and end. This way we will check if this is true. If it's just true, you will render this one. If it's false, then you will not, right? And what you need to do is just like the button is toggling is true or false. So that's what you need to do. So first of all, if we just save this one and you look at it, it's gone. Oh no, not yet gone. Something. Yeah? Wait, did I save it? Ah, it's true. Wait. Sorry, I should say if it's false, then it's wait. If it's true, hidden, right? The wrong logic. Thing.
No, but it's an array.
Okay, so now
but
it's
the
not
item text
because
is
your
not an
is
array.
hidden.
This is what I'm saying.
It's true. So there's that stuff not there. Then next thing you want to do is like you need to have
Just edit
the
and
edit.
then show it.
Yeah, the edit button need to toggle that local state from true to false, false to true. So you click once, it becomes false. Click the next time, it becomes true. So solve that first and talk. So what's happening here?
Yes. I made it now without error, but
What are you doing here?
It should be only 5.
What is this one for? Let in edit mode.
it's saying it's not defined.
Now this item itself is receiving
But why do you do that?
is
It's
receiving
not defined.
items.
Okay, first of all,
Array.
when you are changing something based on the previous state,
To do items,
you need to do this.
We are passing items. Which is item to title.
Is in the
Item
class
to title.
8, not 10.
ID, item to title.
What is this print statements?
I will explain.
Yes.
What notes?
Why this? Yeah, okay, now.
This is so
The overrated
freaking
data.
weird.
This is one way. This is one way to do it because you're changing based on the previous state. So you have state A and you have state B. State B is the new state you want. And since you have to base on this one, so you use the state A to say, okay, my new state will be state A's
Let's
object.
please name this.
That's why I have a pref state.
And let's name
You
the title.
what else you can do it? What else you can do?
You're
You
just
can
passing
have
the title, so
you
it's
can
an
have
item.
what you do here. Let new
It's item digit.
mode equal to
Item
this dot state dot,
is item
In.
digit.
Oh,
and then you
Because
don't need the
yes.
pref state. You just need you use the
but the item you get it from props.
exclamation mark new
The item
mode,
you get it from props, not
right?
from-
Because here you didn't even save anything. It's just a variable.
You
It
get the
doesn't
item from
have any
variable.
value.
Okay.
It's not based on the state at all, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I mean you can change it into this mode.
I should have an array here.
That's why I said just.
I'm also having that somewhat here.
Can I just?
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Just do whatever you need to do first.
If once I know the flow, then I'll be like,
Title.
I understand.
Not yet. Look at your code.
But why we use it sits there?
Yes, no, it works. Because you are getting something from
We
props
have a new
and
mode
putting
here
it
and
in
you're not
state
using it. Why
and
not?
rendering it from state, which is like not really necessary. Instead, you need like in state, you need this
Yeah.
editing, which
Because
is
I,
you have,
yeah, because I said
and you need another value
we
of
have
the
state
input
A,
that
we
you
have
were-
state
you
B.
would be
State B is your
editing.
current state, and then you're based on state A.
Yes.
Before we have a pref state to store that
Yes.
state A. Now we have a
So
variable to store
so
state A.
items was the
Yes.
title.
So
not items.
your,
This is just
your
the
state
title.
B will be confused if you
Because you
just
were
say
saying like
new
items
state
equal type.
equal to not
It's a title, it's not
like
items.
new state
This is items.
opposite, but new state is not yet there.
Because this only receives
You
one
understand
title.
me?
Yeah, not yet there, yeah.
And we consume it straight
We are
away
just
from props
saving
instead
the
of putting it in
existing
state.
state.
Yes. So we have a copy, and then we assign the new state based on that
Now you
copy.
need to add a button
Okay.
So
for the edit.
whatever we did here is the same as
But
that
that's
what I
the
just
default.
did. The
You need
pref
to add
state.
another button.
Yeah.
The pref state is also a copy.
Okay, trap state is a
sorry,
bit
yeah, but you
confusing,
need to
this
have
is
an
okay.
alternate.
Okay.
That is something I doesn't know
It's,
before.
it's,
so-
yeah, it's just different pattern. Some people prefer to have like just store everything again and then do it. Some people like prefer just have a callback.
I have a question, why we are making this new mode?
And the idea is that you don't want to
Storage
choose this to
for
choose.
this,
You want to keep
because we are
choosing
not
back and
assigning
forth.
any new mode.
So you say
But
is
we are
editing mode
making
two
the
dots.
existing
Here you say
mode
not
into the new
this
mode,
dot state that is-
changing the new mode. I don't know.
Because this is a new state. Here you are doing a new state. New
Try
state.
it. Try
New
it.
state.
But
Right.
we can write here
Try
as a
provision
new
button,
state,
try it.
or maybe it's confusing to read when I see.
Because you don't have in edit
Update
mode.
the state
It's not existing.
from the props.
The thing existing is this
You call
dot
the prop-
state dot in
We call the
edit
prop
mode.
function.
That's something existing. So if you just do
I don't know.
exclamation mark in edit mode, is not existing. Is undefined
Oh no, you should never do that. No, no.
because it's not nowhere
You cannot
defined.
like you cannot get props.
But then if you
and edit
do
them.
this dot state
You
dot
don't know
in
where the
edit
props are
mode,
coming from.
you will also be like
You
you
don't know
will
how
also
the parent
be
is using the props.
problematic because
Props is just like I don't know, like a
it's
phone
it's something
Yeah.
it's
Someone is
something
telling
new
you
that
what's
you're
the
still
phone.
you're
Like,
directly
like
changing it and it's
small
asynchronous.
So props is
So-
not something you receive.
So you will be
You don't know
like
what's
you can do it,
inside.
you can do it, but
So
React
the idea
says
is that you do like
don't do
I
that
have a function called
because
update
you
text
never know what you get.
that
And this way you copy that data.
and the parent would
And
know
then you
about
just
it.
use the copy data, which
So you
is
pass it.
static. It doesn't change.
Like, for example,
Maybe we can. I'm worried about the only naming
So
conventions
you
when
have
I
function,
read.
you give it the index, you
I
give
get
it
back
the,
to this program and when I read, it's not a new mode, it's already existing mode. We are assigning.
Yes, right.
So-
Sorry. My bad. You can just change it
You get the
to
idea?
like even just previous mode.
Maybe
Old mode.
The new
no.
up.
You give it to the parent to a function like now, like for example, when we
Existing mode or
when we
something.
have
But
when we have
Yeah, this you can just supervise
Yes, yes.
we
whatever
were
you
getting
want.
we were calling it a function.
Okay.
before.
this
Yeah.
mode.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
So
we will do the same.
so
We will call a
now
function
we
to the
have
parent
a changed
and give it
we have a changed
and give it the new
edit
input. You
mode,
get it?
right?
Yeah.
Cool.
The mode can be changed and we have the function for it. So what we do is that we use that function. Which one is the one should be like edit?
It's here.
Okay.
But we deleted that.
Can you open this? Arrow.
How can you write it? And click equal to. No. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
So
pass
here,
the,
Yeah, what-
You don't always do this unless you need some specific data. But here we don't need any data. Toggle doesn't need any data from here. It doesn't care. As long as you click, I toggle. You click, I toggle. So you just give it that function reference is enough.
This one, double battery.
Yeah.
Here. Okay.
Don't forget your this.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
We
so
don't call the parent
مثلا
function or method here.
no, because
Only
the parent doesn't need to know
No,
that
but
you
then
have you
it is
you just
Yeah.
changed input into a string or string into input.
Yes.
But then
Now I
next
have
thing we want to do is that
Yeah.
let's test it out. So we have which one is data? The data.
Okay.
This one.
This one is data, right?
Makes sense.
So remember how to do the check. the ternary.
Yes.
Okay.
So you use the ternary.
مش lax, but it will,
If
it
it's
will be by
if
default lax.
toggle is
Because it will be
wait,
toggle
is, if it's in edit mode is true,
But
then
what you should
then
do
give me
is-
the input. Otherwise, give me this one. Try to do that.
in the
Yeah.
list,
Oh.
It's fine.
in the item.
This means my back is really bad. I need more exercise.
Oh, where's the state about that? So if you
So I'll go in with you.
I want to add comment here while I press edit.
no, the state yeah,
Here,
check.
Is hidden will be false.
Is it in the list or what?
No.
Here, here.
Yeah.
Keep
But-
the channel.
As you know, this comment for app. But I need
Your app doesn't know.
Yeah.
So first of all, what is this button doing?
this button only.
No, just tell me what it
Skip
does
tab and switch maybe.
from the UI level. What it does.
Oh,
It's only appear a comment, but
لا لازم تحط
only
في
appear a
state
button
بتاع
and
items.
the procedure for editing
Item هو
is
نفسه
here.
لازم يكون
But
عارف
I want to add a
فلازم
code here.
No, I still don't understand. What is that? What does this button do?
It's editing
فيها
information of the text box.
في السويتش
How?
تعمله في
It's just a button. How can
بعدين
it
الفانكشن دي
edit your other
هتكون
components?
مفيدة
It
عشان
doesn't do that much,
لما
right?
تضغط edit تاني مرة الفانكشن دي بتقول
Break down stuff. Don't think all in one go. It doesn't work like that. So, but button, this button, first thing it does is when you click it, your input will become stream, or your stream will become input, right? That's the first thing it does. Don't think about too much. So how to achieve this first thing? The parent doesn't care if you're
the same
toggling
way I
the
did.
input or stream or not.
This is also.
And you
my
change it
question.
in the item.
Mhm.
I want
You say
to
if you
know
detect
that,
the
how can I use here two commands? First of all, for sending and another command, another function I want to use here for local.
First of all, that's definitely a local function.
Local
Because
function.
your local function will do
Local function.
Foreign
and I
multiple
need
things.
for this appearing or appearing something.
yes.
It's false.
Do that
It should
first.
be false.
Don't think too much. Don't do that first. Write a local function
when you click it, it
that
should
does
be
the
true.
toggling.
and it's false.
And we talk next.
Local function must be something like this. Yeah? This.
Yeah, this is not
You
something.
mean this one?
Not on change.
We
I
don't
know,
care
I
about
know,
this.
but I
You don't care about the
don't
console
change it.
because it's always behind. Remember?
You already have the
That's last
setup
time.
here.
This
What you need to
one
do
was-
is write a function.
So we-
Write a local
what-
function.
What we care about
method.
is this.
To change what? To
The
change.
state
But
of the incident-
The first thing that you should focus on
incident
is like when you
false.
click edit, you should
Now
switch this to
incident is true.
input.
I want to.
Yes,
Yes,
I need
yes.
to know.
Yes. So you're toggling this is hidden.
Because you are
right?
still, you are just
Okay,
in the
so can you
component
write a function
switching
to do
in
that?
Yes.
Fine, thanks.
Yeah.
It's already appearing. Your edit.
Yes, but it's not toggling, it's showing both together.
Yeah.
The data
Yeah.
and also.
Let's go back to the code. So you're saying you're closing already. You're directly just like you're just you're not using that.
Yeah, I did this here,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it didn't.
Try again.
Yes.
Just because curly braces here, because I'm wondering just I try to do so.
First of all, you already inside of the curly braces.
Yeah,
So why do you need that much of curly braces?
but I have shifted to this JSX.
You're already in the curly braces. So whatever what's it called, variable you will just render. You don't need another set.
If we are writing JavaScript
It's not
and
because now which type you are
putting HTML tag inside the JavaScript, you don't need
Items-
to
items
just
is
remove.
Items
This
is
will
right.
just this will just
So you need
work.
to mark
Okay.
in the array and change the
That's
item of the
a bit
specific
confusing also.
one. How you will do that? You will pass the ID here.
Yeah.
And you mark over it. It's the same
Now I
thing with
need to
the
save
when you
this.
make the.
So yes. So now next thing is that first of all, like your input doesn't get value.
Yeah.
So you do
And
that.
here you mark over it.
that.
Okay.
If the
I have
item
to
is
save this
equal to the
value
ID that you
and
pass,
How to give the
you
value
change
first.
the item.
And then next thing is
you
how to
return
save the
because
value.
it's amount.
breakdown.
Just look at the
So
toggle icon.
now your input doesn't get a value. So
It's
you
not
should,
controlled.
yeah. So you need to control it. Give it value first. Okay, do that first.
Okay. And you give some
Yeah,
state
I'm just doing it.
to the value of a different value.
How it's going?
Give it an input and then
Do one thing first. Can you pass your value to this input? So when you toggle it, your input doesn't lose value. Doesn't lose this value.
But it should not be empty the first
Because
time.
now it loses the value, right?
Okay.
Okay, one by one. Do this thing first.
No, but it's when you click edit, because you want to edit this. So can you give me the mouse?
And then two brackets in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is the
Yeah, so when you click edit,
yeah.
Yeah,
the
two
text
brackets
doesn't
in the
edit.
beginning.
On focus and the
Yeah.
using all these kind of hipster things.
You
Python only needs to like
don't need to use default value
You don't have
because that's kind of hack that I want to show. But instead what you should say is
control for
the first time.
and also like you only set it to false and you will never come back.
Okay, I see, sorry.
Can you go?
Right?
Otherwise, it will
You
be
give me false and we can while
You're
The input, the input.
So you just need to like focus there and then your input will be there. And then you once you move out, it's gone.
You
So
know what?
what you want is like
What?
you want to check into render. So here.
You know, but what I
Okay, just do it in the right way. Otherwise you cannot improve
I
anything.
just go
So in the render you want to check.
You don't need to here. You just need to put passes into the on click.
Yes.
Instead
You
of
hit the
passing,
ID here, then you map to it, and then you check
You're-
with the which.
No. You don't need to do this.
With the ID.
Don't.
that's-
So this way will not work. You assign it 2 times and you take the last
In
one.
render it is
This
different.
edit is
Because
immediate,
of
then you
this
go
one,
to,
use another
process.
then you do something
You will
that
check.
you didn't do yet, because I just did
Where's the
control,
value?
and if it isn't, you just flip it,
You're not passing.
and then you return the
You're
item,
not passing
because
the
you
value.
flipped it, so you need to return it.
No, this is
So you return it, and then you change the state to
You need to pass the value.
this, because you change
So
the
you
state,
need to
piece of
always
state
sorry,
with the.
you need to
And
always
then-
pass. We are like doing
and then
this.
because
She's from the
and
other
now you
side.
need to because
So first of all, you need to store the current state.
But they aren't actually controlling
You
this.
get the idea? We always need to pass.
Where I'm creating this, so then I get over here, and then I go check in the list, and okay, there I was creating the.
So it's not like you don't give it item.
And because now
You give it the
you
input state,
have the item ID,
which is input
and
value.
you
This
split
don't
it,
say the input
because
value.
you got
That's
the
what
ID
the
from
state
here,
of the
then
Do you understand
the
this?
value,
It's the opposite of the
and
changes.
then you keep that.
Yeah, it's just totally
And,
So you don't know it's false or true. Just know it's not it's opposite. Whatever it is.
You put it in the input.
So you save this.
And to give it the default
You
value,
can try.
you would say in the first
Have it
render,
done
if
default
input
value,
value
it's showing
is
some
false,
error, and
Because
If not,
after value also it has
because
some
empty string is false. They say if not input value,
You provide the value from one field without unchanged. You know, so very like obvious.
so you can
So you
say
don't have unchanged handle.
this don't say the input
Go back.
value.
Yeah, but it's
Or-
very like.
So where is the
I don't know.
unchanged?
But now I have to.
So it will take
Okay,
this.
yeah.
if-
Yes, you're controlling it. You only give it a value, but you don't change. You don't control what it's doing. Then it's not like control, right?
Like I need to
Yeah.
control this.
Mhm.
That is the thing.
Change. So I need to write some function here.
Yes, you need to write some function. So if when it's changing, what do you do? When it's changing your state, what do you do?
Okay. So
Save
now
the
we
value.
get the item.
Yeah, which is
Yeah, else is like spend
And
inside
then-
else. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
working
Showing
by
what I'm changing.
Typing.
What am I changing?
It's not all of
What
them.
am again? What is the text
Try to change.
in terms of like in the perspective of this component?
Yeah.
No, I copied
Again,
this one.
what is
It's
that?
You did
State.
that. You did so.
State. Okay.
So your own change is
Yeah,
what is your own change doing is setting the state, right? It's
Yeah.
setting a new state.
Yes, yes.
So what you need to do is like you need to pass it some function so you can set state.
It's
Right?
only unique.
So I need to write a function
Oh,
that I should
you
write
know.
again.
We did
Yes.
the same input change and value in the
Yeah, but
code.
what I said is that you should
But
extract
we
this
put the input value in the same.
Was it
not
there?
all the
So now
command.
I'm thinking
to-
like, we need to put
Sorry.
this
To
input
easily
value in the.
get information
This
from
is
this
state
folder,
box,
this
it
is
should
folder
not
of
be the
the
item state.
in the edit box. That's
So the list should do
So first of all,
map
show me your UI.
because you have a list
Okay.
of under
No,
the
but,
list.
but.
So you have
item
list
was
of
like-
under item.
Uh,
No, no.
state-
The list should
state
run to
cannot
one
pass.
item.
Why is it still here?
So the map you will have
I
here.
think it should
Why
be
would
the
you
item.
still
but
here?
it's in the-
And you run them each item.
Yeah, we said that
You
this
get the
input
idea?
should not be
But
there.
no,
The
you
only
don't.
changes
You
is
don't.
value.
Put it where it is needed, so
So
there's
the
not
list-
like I press it.
Okay,
Exactly.
press
It's
again,
one item.
value.
Only
Press
one
again,
item.
let me see if it
Input
works.
like very.
So you have
No, no,
correct.
no.
You just need to move the map outside.
Okay, so next thing you need to do
And
is,
this will not
it's
receive
just
this.
plain
It will receive
input
this.
box.
Yeah,
It doesn't get
But
your
this will
value.
receive only
You
one
have a-
item. This
you
will
have
not
a
receive
local
only
value.
one item.
So this
Which
map
should
will
be
go
here.
there.
Yes.
Right?
Then the item
So
will
try
be
to pass that
It
in.
should be an ally.
Should I
The ally would be.
Should I pass the local value?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get the
you
idea?
need that, you need that.
The
You need to
ally would
control
be
this
there.
input, right?
And the map would be
Now
there.
this input is white, is white.
Yes.
It doesn't
You are
like
in a
really
good
get,
track. Yes.
it's not under your control.
You are in a
It's
good
not
track.
here, it's
You are in a
it's still
good
there.
Yeah.
It's still here.
So you made that one, I remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's still
This
it's
one.
still
Oh,
it's
this
still
one.
dealing with the local
So,
states.
what's
So
the,
what you need to do is like you
Default
need to
value?
if
let
I
them
make it default
default.
value,
No,
what
your
will
local
it change?
value.
It will take from the index.
And also have another
But the problem
on-change
now-
handler.
When I change this
So
one,
it changes when you type. It changes that
The
value.
problem now is,
Not.
let's
Yes,
say,
still here, not yet your app.
I have console.
yes. Let's say we,
Am I doing the right way or I have kept some
You haven't done anything. I don't know. Just do it first.
Okay. Set.
okay, look at the item state, first item state.
Change the editing
It
text.
has input value. If we say edit, this will be true. If we will change this,
Text is equal to,
now it's changing it.
I need some other,
Make sense?
Okay. Up to you.
what should I
Yes.
do this?
This is good.
No.
This is good. The issue is,
Here's the,
where's the, yeah.
what should I write before?
The issue is, the default
What do
value
you
will be
what should
taken
you
just
write
for the
before?
first time.
What is in the state? Set state only change the state. Do you
Yeah,
have
We
anything else
want
in the
to
state?
bind this input
You only have
to
in
our
edit
input.
mode
What
and
if
editing
you,
text.
Yes.
don't want to
So,
change?
What else can be
You okay?
before?
So the idea is that we want this input, so we want if this someone will change it,
Editing test. It's
If
not
this
right.
will-
It's
if someone
not.
will
It's
change
not
this,
wrong. So you shouldn't
part
like
of the code,
hesitate.
Mhm.
we
The
want
thing
this
is,
to
you.
change
The
immediately.
only thing is now you don't know
We
what
want
is
the
new
input to
new
be tied
value.
to this
yeah,
one.
So where do you get the new
We
value?
don't want it to
Who
have a
knows the
default
new
value.
value?
No. We want our input to keep like holding on the state.
Okay.
If the state change, the
The
input
main
change.
state, okay.
Yes, or this state, or
input
up to
value,
you.
event,
But the default value will
Yes.
say, if you
So
don't have
what
a value,
what
take
you
this
need to
for the
do?
first time.
What need to get?
event.
This will not be
Yeah. So
binded
who
to
is
it.
passing that event?
Here you cannot see the problem, but if
Who
you
is
have a
passing
dynamic
that?
up where the state changes immediately, the input will
The
not
button
be
only
binded.
the button only knows you are clicking.
Because now the input is not
But
binding.
here is the value.
Bind,
Where's the value?
okay,
Like
The state.
uh,
So what you
yes.
update here,
So
item,
input has the
state,
event.
right.
so
Yes.
what you update
So you
here
need to go back to the input and then let it pass the
should be
event, right?
passed here.
Yes.
Okay.
Default value you
How
pass
can I
if you're
write
not
this?
interested in
Okay,
controlling the
anyways-
components. If you're not
anyways,
interested in on change,
here,
you say default
You
value.
do
Then it's empty thing.
okay, it needs semicolon.
But in our case, we want to
colon,
hard
okay.
bind the state to the input. If the input change, the state change.
Okay, so
If
you have
the
you
state
have
change, the
event
input is
already.
wrong.
Yes.
Where's the
You
value?
get the idea?
Okay.
Event dot
Otherwise,
dot
one side will be.
value,
Yeah, exactly.
Try.
We don't want that.
Okay.
We
Try.
want our application to be automatically synchronized, automatically.
Nice.
And I forget about the input
target.
because the whole state of the input is my state. So I forget that I have an input. Maybe tomorrow I will change it to a select,
Okay.
or
Mhm.
maybe to which form, or
Yes.
delete it all
Mhm.
and take it from the server. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Okay.
so
This is the idea.
this is right, but we can also
Oh,
verify.
I wanted to show default value.
So
in the
first of
beginning,
all-
but that was just to.
You made it. How you made it?
Why this would work? I need to explain to you. So you have the input here
You don't have cursors.
and on change. On change, what is on change? Just hover over it.
You upload.
Whenever you don't know what is
Yeah, but I
something,
didn't
what
share
the
the
fuck?
link.
Okay, we don't have the.
That was on purpose.
But I can tell you, on change, pass back
You
the
made,
event.
Or this one.
And
or
then
this
here,
one.
because it's by default, it pass back the
No,
event.
no,
So
I
you
didn't
don't
share
need to
the
do
links.
the, you don't need to you don't need to do the arrow function to pass back the event. You will just take it by default. But whenever you need to pass back some specific thing, for example, you want to directly pass back the value, which is the event.target.value, then you need to do it this way.
The index is this now and just do this. You are not returning the
Else.
You need to
What the
return
heck?
here
Yeah.
because you are returning only one.
Yeah.
So you need to return here.
And it's just typing.
Yeah.
You
so
understand
you
this?
change the item and
Yes.
return it. Otherwise
Yeah.
you just
So now, because we only takes the event, we don't need to do this. We just pass it, pass the reference. It's fine. Okay. So now you achieve one more thing. Now your component, this input is controlled. You can check it. Yeah, right? Let's try to change it. Can you change?
No.
Ah, okay. Look at the code and tell me why you cannot change.
Value is not dynamic.
What is the value?
yes.
Item.text.
Yeah, of course.
Where does it come from?
It's come from parent or item list.
What is that? Where does it come from?
Yeah.
From items.
Where?
Array. From parent.
Yes.
If-
So can you change that?
لما تاني مرة
You can't. It's something that you get in, and that's it.
Yeah.
So your input is just
But how do you
getting
need to
one
tell
time the value.
because-
Yeah.
It doesn't change anymore. And how can you change that?
By replacing that.
is editing here.
Editing test.
لما تعمل
Yes. Because this is where you
item is
store whatever that's
Yeah.
changing, right?
Actually,
Yeah.
just to make
But you still need to have the first time. You still need to have the first time.
say like
Mm.
click it and on change it will fire input change handle.
So here it's not wrong because you need the first time the value from the parent.
And then because
But then after that,
because
you don't
I
need
need
it anymore.
to change the title.
You want a local.
yeah.
What's that called?
Yeah.
Yeah, بس
So should I
بس دي
push it from
راح
here
تكون
to the
في
item like that
في الايتم
and catch it here and change it here?
الايتم هو
Or
اللي
should we put the logic here? Because if I put the logic here,
Do you-
then
have you
It's
done
going
the
to
part?
be
change
updated
that input
items.
value
Is that value?
from item, you know?
I'm going to.
Okay, so you have the local state store, right?
But I need to
No, I'm just saying like
use
if
that
you have
that
the
value.
because I need the input value here.
لازم تروح للايتم
Because it's
Change.
in the item.
Text box.
So,
Doesn't
but
differ
to
from
put it, force
The
it
text box
title, I need
must
it
get
in
the value that
So-
لا لازم
change the
اصلا
value from
انت
the row.
انت لازم تغير الفاليو
Yeah.
مش تغير
Edit
الفاليو
must be value
دي
changed
بتاعت
from the row
فايتم
must be
احنا مش
changed to
محتاجين
the
ايتم
Or-
احنا محتاجين this dot state
You just show me the UI.
or when we just the
So what do you want to do?
Yeah, why
Edit?
I must transfer this value here.
And where do you do that?
But then what to do here to make sure
Where do you do that?
here actually in the edit item.
Where do you do that?
I think because the
ليه؟
Time we need
انت
that.
in the
لازم
app,
function دي
not in the create.
Does your app even know there's a
تحطها في
input?
الايتم
Time change.
I think must send this value.
It doesn't even know there's such an input. It won't React is not magic.
Okay.
So
مش
where does input like stay in?
Input is here. Input is here.
In the create list.js, right?
Yeah.
So find the input.
Input is here.
مش محتاجين
Okay, so you look at the input. Now you only have the states. It doesn't even have the props, right? So what do? You pass it to it.
That's from app.
So this input now you see is controlled, but it only takes the local state. And what is the local state? It's empty string. That's why you
But
are.
this is the use of status state. It's change.
This is just hidden.
No. X input.
Yes, that's why you can still edit it, right?
But I want to.
Yes, but he doesn't even know that exists. Input. Think about it.
I must import after
See,
this.
No, you already have it.
Change 100.
You
That's
already
good
have
thing,
it
but
in your app. You already passed
I-
whatever is
let's see,
needed
just
to
put
the
it
grade.
here
You see,
as a problem
there's
we're
task.
missing.
No,
If
you
I
say
do
which
like
This- task is the stuff that is storing the data, right? I think so.
but that is that.
So
Because
you
I-
already
I
have
added
it. You just
items as a
didn't
click
pass
icon.
in. So
That
for this
goes to me.
input, the
That's
first
not
value
there.
should be whatever the parent gives it. And but later on,
This.
you still need the state.
Yeah.
So what you do is you pass in this props
Oh,
to it as the first value,
that's
and then you still what?
No. You
What are you
mean app?
doing? No.
something.
Because you want to. I must
When I
use
say
it on this
don't
component.
How do you use that? It's all in the props, right?
Doing the same thing.
But
So
no,
you give
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
props
See?
of something.
the truth.
And
only know
Mm-hmm.
if anything is
But,
true. معناها احنا رايحين
I don't know
نعمل
what you
editing
name
ونشوف.
it. Usually
ده فولس. بنبتدي بنغير العكس. قبل ما نغيره للعكس بنعمل كود للبيرنت وبنعمل ابديت تكست. فاهم الفكره؟ بالبروبس.
Wait, so give it. No. This is whatever that your component gets. This is not here. Here is from the app. But whatever on the left side. No, go down.
لا انت لازم تغير التكست.
Go down. Go down. Okay, so look at the grade.
لو
Those
عندك
ones.
حاجه بتغير التكست.
Those ones are whatever your components receive as props, not this one. This is just the value. This is the props.
دي لازم
So which one is
التكست
props
دي
becomes the
لازم
input?
Where is it?
I think
When it becomes an input.
Not definitely not data.
Yes.
In the input function, but
Okay,
when
try
you
it.
عندها value مش الايتم دوت تايتل.
And in the
Value
button
being
you put the
value that
link
you
word.
Oh,
Did you
Yes,
know
it's
this one?
state.
I know that
But-
exactly when it switched to here.
Yes, you have a problem? Yeah.
To the,
But actually, you put it like.
I'm going to ask function line. So what we are doing here is like
I'm doing it in the.
trying to get the props.
We are 10 minutes
I
late.
need the.
If it's
I have
empty,
a question.
So we're
Then
10
we
minutes
get
late.
the-
Just to.
text input.
Like
we'll
see,
see.
you know,
Just,
but
yeah,
it's
you
wrong.
should
But
use
yeah, actually,
Sorry.
what happens is that
Should
you
be
put
state first.
Because
Yeah,
where
it's
is
why
where's
you
the
I
This
just
task will be always
Save button.
No,
true.
because
Yeah.
it's
The same.
So it will
Yeah,
never
but-
explore state. So what we want to do is like we want to have that as the props as backup.
I
And
know
state
exactly
as
I'm doing that.
the
So I'm exactly putting it in the span in that. So now I'm
Yes,
need
so-
whether to put an input or a span.
Yeah.
So you
So
then
here,
do
you
then
take the state text input as the first value. If it's
لازم تعمل
empty,
ابديت
that's it.
بعد الابديت تعمل توجل هيت.
I don't even answer.
تقول للبيرنت غير الفاليو دي
So you can
حول الستيت بتاعك لفولس ولا ترو.
No, no, just
You get the idea؟ انتوا هنا
why it's not
بتعملوا
like
I have a question here.
I didn't understand right
Yes.
how it stores editing value of this.
sorry, you need to swap it. Why? Because the state is the state is our real value.
No, I don't know.
And the
like,
props is the backup value. So if the state is empty, then we get
So this
take the
function?
props.
No.
like
Ah.
end item.
I don't know why it's not working.
This is end item in
Yeah.
index.
What happened?
Yeah,
This
go to the.
Just
end
change.
item.
This will
You
get.
refresh it.
So from your list,
Yes.
you will pass away the ID and the new text value.
Both.
First of all, I don't
Both.
even know what this
So
one.
you will
this
say,
one is.
I want to change this item, which is for ID 5, ID 6,
Yeah.
to
It's
this
not-
value.
It's definitely not
So you,
fixed.
you need two information, the ID and the value.
Okay.
The ID you have it in the list, in the item,
Huh.
and the value you also
Then
have it in the
then
item,
you
because it's the
disagree, like,
this is what you should do. So this should take two information.
Yeah, but because I this part I've done it, so it's just
Refresh it. It seems like you never refresh it.
So. First, thank you.
Yeah.
Change the name.
Yeah.
Change the name. Ridiculous. Okay, at least now you can achieve this part. What you want to do later is that so now you can control this. You can control the input. So you have
happened value.
Awesome.
What you want to do is your parents
I'll continue.
doesn't know
Yes.
this value yet.
Please do.
So it will pass you a function.
Hey.
For example,
How are you doing?
on change handler or take
How's it
take
going?
new value, something like that. So the parents
Not bad.
pass that
Thought,
process
actually, I'm
to